My name is Rich Woodbridge,
And I'm Bree Bacon Woodbridge.
and we own McCollum Orchards in Lockport, New York.
Is a small, organic, diversified vegetable farm that's on a 100-acre property that's been in Rich's family for 6 generations.
Yeah, since 1827, and it's 100 acres inside the city limits here of Lockport. And we moved here in spring of 2011 after my grandmother passed away, with the hopes of saving the property and kind of bringing it back into production and saving the house and really finding a community in Lockport. It was completely overgrown, very much so. So there was no land available for planting when we moved here. But luckily, the farm manager for my great grandmother lived down the street. He was still alive and still remembered where the good soils were. And so he showed us where to start clearing land, where to think about clearing land, and then we hired a crew to start clearing. But we started small. There's still a few acres of apples and pear trees from many generations ago growing, so we got those cleared out and started the long 5-year process of pruning them back down, and they're producing now. But then we started with a small garden and started growing some hops because that was becoming popular in the area. They're really fun to grow. And then just every year we kind of cleared out a little bit more. We started experimenting with vegetables, see what would grow well in our soil. We started with a little roadside stand, and then that became popular. Then a local market opened up and started selling over there. And that's kind of when we realized we needed a little bit of help and reached out to the Small Business Development Center.
From our previous careers, I was aware of SBDC through work that I had done for international development. So when it popped up, it clicked in my mind, oh, right, that's a really good resource. And there just happened to be an office here in Lockport. So we made an appointment with Pauline, and she helped with the initial business plan and also helping with gathering resources through the research network for marketing and display ideas for selling vegetables direct to the customer instead of wholesale.
Right, because we were taking a lot of classes and had some farming mentors to teach us kind of the basics of farming and getting the farm up off the ground, but we didn't really know the business side of farming, and that's the really important part. Farm accounting, proper marketing for farms, what our competition was in the area, what the market's like, who the demographics were for produce and stuff like that around here. And as we were thinking about expanding, like maybe getting into events, who would be the market for that? And the SBDC was really helpful for bringing that information together and kind of helping us sort through it.
Year, 18 months, I'd say. Over a year. Just as it sort of was developing, as the concept of the business idea was developing, she really helped us hone it and kind of jump on those first opportunities that we were looking for at first. So,
yeah, because originally we didn't think that vegetable production was what we were getting into, but that is where the market steered us. And
being able to pivot and go from one type of crop to an entirely different type of crop was a big business challenge.
Yeah,
sure.
And then after the market, after the first year of market, people started asking us if we do a community-supported agriculture program, and no one else in the area was doing that, or at least they hadn't for a while. And so we're like, okay, what does that take to do that? It's a whole different style of farming and marketing, and just a whole different process where you sell the product up front, and then for about 20 weeks they come to the farm and pick it up. And so they helped.
People buy a membership at the beginning of the season, and then in our model, they come to the farm every week to pick up their share of the harvest. So it's called Community Supported Agriculture, or CSA.
Right, and so we realized that, okay, and our place, we're in the city limits, so it lends itself to that, but we changed our whole marketing plan, and SBDC was helpful with that.
Yep, they helped us with that again, and then they helped us again when we were expanding. So the CSA proved really popular. That we started that in 2014, and it grew very quickly. So then we had
We tripled in size
Yep.
between year 1 and 2.
1 and 2. So then we had the growing pains of growing so quickly to meet that market. And
Yeah, they actually helped us with a grant application, which
Mhm.
was
a deferred loan through the Greater Lockport Development Corporation.
right, and that helped us get a piece of equipment that saved us an enormous amount of time and energy.
I was saying we calculated that it helped us meet those expansion goals and also add 2.2 full-time equivalent jobs after we got the piece of equipment so that we could plant faster, harvest faster, and
Just do everything more efficiently.
do everything more efficiently and get more produce to more customers.
Yeah, because we'd written out an initial business plan through a farm training course, but that's not what you need for these grant applications. It's a totally different kind of plan, and so SBDC really helped us cater it
Yeah.
to what those grants were looking for, and so that was a big help. Because I don't think we would have gotten it if we hadn't gone through that channel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that we worked with another advisor at SBDC, Maureen.
Mhm.
So she was able to help us put that loan package together, and I think it was through SBDC actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were just communicating about funding opportunities in the area, and that was one that matched exactly where we were.